This draft is atrocious. Content is king. So, you know, I would like to preface this going into this video that I am not a competitive analyst. I will say this. I made Challenger with Tryndamere mid like 2 friggin' years ago. I get like I see occasionally a couple like posts about me. Like NEACE was the first guy to do this like Tryndamere mid shit. I get like no props, and I think it's just because I don't actively like stream high elo. Like I just kind of made it and then was like, okay, I made it, I'm good, and then just stopped. I don't really play beyond like hitting the challenger wall. I don't really try to go further because to me it's just not as it's not as financially reasonable. I'd like to think I'm a bit of a Tryndamere mid expert, and I've heard a lot of hype around this pick in Worlds and in Korean solo queue. It's like more and more people figured out that mid was strong. This has been strong for a while. What's really set it apart, I think, now is the Gore Drinker build with Essence Reaver is the common one. It basically turns Tryndamere into like the Bruiser Supreme. He just has no hard CC, and he has kill pressure on you. Let's talk about this, and I'm just gonna give an analysis here about this game. So here's our comps. We've got Aurelia, Sejuani, Tryndamere, Ezreal, and Karma. This is basically all AD versus Jax, Kiana jungle, Gragas mid as a counter to Tryndamere with Phase Rush, and Misfortune and Rakan. And then we have this weird Grasp take. A lot of people, the first thing they're going to say when they watch this is they're going to be like, Grasp is troll. How dare he take Grasp? I would like to make some things very, very clear. I don't think Grasp is that troll. I think it would be very insulting to Chovy and just, I don't know, esports in general to think that you know more than this guy. But realistically, what happened was he takes Grasp because he's scared of Jax. Because he's scared of Jax and that matchup is really obnoxious, he decides to take a safer approach and go Grasp in case he's facing like a Jax mid. He didn't really know what that meant when they went Jax and Gragas. He figures that it could be flexed on either side, and it can because they're all AD. This draft is fucking atrocious. And this is going to be a reoccurring theme when you try to build this like Tryndamere thing. When you try to make a Tryndamere comp, Tryndamere's record in pro play is Garbo. Like, it's Garbo. So playing this, I'm already biased against it, and I'm gonna tell you why. So Tryndamere excels because it's a solo queue pick. It's not a competitive pick, even with the broken build. The reason why is because he excels at beating bad laners. Very bad laners. And none of these guys at Worlds are going to be particularly bad. And they're going to actually play proper comps. So Tryndamere likes to shove. Gragas, the way this always goes is like anytime you go anywhere near Gragas, he just fucking belly slams you and then turtles. Turtles, belly slams, turtles, belly slam. And in terms of math, the Rejuve beads make sense. It's the safest option. A lot of people like Doran's shield. Rejuve beads are just another... It's really dependent on the player. But Rejuve beads pretty much mean you got Giga Sustain. And pros, you know, they do their homework and they really like these like extra safe get to team fight opens with their itemization. So that all makes sense to me. I'm kind of wondering... I'm really wondering what they were thinking here when they tried to draft this way. Because if I'm not mistaken, this Ale guy is like really good at Jax. And honestly, the LPL is like notorious for having Jax players. Like, Jax is very popular over there. So, Yeah, it's just a terrible situation to be in for Hanwha anyways, because all right, Gragas, I didn't like Gragas when I saw this. Like when I was like, if someone messaged me, it was like Tryndamere is being played at Worlds and they picked Gragas into him, and that's all I heard, and I was like, that doesn't sound that great. It sounds okay, but it doesn't sound that great. I didn't really know what that meant. And then I saw the comp. So basically Tryndamere can't auto attack LNG at all, really. It's very difficult. And Gragas is just going to act as a blocker. Right? I don't know. I'm not feeling this music. I'm going to turn it off. Gragas just kind of acts as a blocker. I suppose my editors could always throw up some music after. What makes Jax strong in a Tryndamere? It's basically just his E. Because a well-played Jax is just basically... I actually struggle to play the Jax side of it, but I know just from facing good ones that if it's played correctly, Jax is just... The fights are always like... they just feel so easy to screw up as Tryndamere. It's so easy for you to just get comboed into oblivion by Jax E. And the grasp basically just ensures that you get through lane phase reasonably. And you can actually bully the Jax early on. It's basically just prio is what it's about. The grasp ensures that like you can actually play into Jax earlier and more reliably. That's the premise. I mean, Jax E is Counter-Strike, blocks your auto attacks, and then if you try to spin away, he jumps after you and bonks you on the head and then runs away, and you can't auto him. And if he's winning, he obviously stays in it, right? But here comes this gank. Really well played. Ooh, they go for it. One more auto. Oh. Meanwhile, in bot lane. And now here's the Tryndamere mid. I mean, ganking this is pretty useless because, yeah, he's just going to leave. And they know that. This is not a live match. It's match already played. So Gragas tries to get the Tryndamere ult down and tries to handshake the 2v2. The ult was supposed to get the turret shot on Tryndamere, but it misses. Now Kiana's playing pretty confident. Goes right at the topside crab. And then Gragas just gets the shove. And that's going to be a reset. So let's talk about what this strategy is about. So in my opinion, when you're looking at like countering Tryndamere mid, these types of... So Gragas is what I would call like a passive counter. Just like Malphite is like a passive counter. Tryndamere still will bully you early on. But then eventually it just comes to a point where Tryndamere can't really interact with the matchups anymore. He can kind of interact with Gragas, I guess, and Gragas can definitely set things up a lot sooner than Malphite can. But realistically, what this means is that Tryndamere can't do anything from lane on his own. And so Gragas is literally just going to combo like this over and over and over again. And every time that Tryndamere tries to do something, if he has phase rush, Gragas is just going to fat man him and then waddle away. Once the team fight phase breaks out, you're going to see, I'm calling it now. I haven't seen the game. Calling it now. Gragas is very likely. I mean, I did see one fight. Gragas is very likely to literally just contain Tryndamere every team fight. Or I guess, and Aurelia, technically, because Aurelia will dive a lot too. So Fat Man is just going to basically act as a blocker. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this is clever. Thinking about it. Thinking about it, but Kiana's downstairs, so instead they just take the rift. And poor Ezreal's trying to get out of here. He's got no flash. Oh! Oh my god, that Ezreal plays this brilliantly, though. It's a really close fight. He tries. Kiana with no ult. Gragas, a very confident man. He's allowed to be confident too, because he gets an attack speed slow as well with his Q. It's just a brutal matchup in terms of like being able to do anything to Gragas when his team's anywhere near. Gragas can just kind of control you, keep you at arm's length and just control. Every time I look and I just see this Gragas just like speed running backwards, I just chuckle to myself because it's so ridiculous. So one cool thing about Tryndamere mid is you get access to a lot of quick objectives, as seen there. And so right now, Sejuani has Rift, and they get first Dragon. So the Tryndamere into Gragas does seem to fare pretty well early on, and this was honestly, this is kind of why I wasn't like so in love with the Gragas pick, is because I just felt like this is really passive. But what I didn't see was the Jax and the Kiana, which I talked about earlier. I didn't see it at all. So like once I saw the comp, I was like, oh, this is really obnoxious. Because Kiana is basically mini Akali, which Tryndamere hates. And then Jax, Tryndamere hates late game. So it just makes things deliciously difficult for the Tryndamere as the game drags on. Would be good matchups for Grasp on Tryndamere. In solo queue, I'm never going Grasp. Like I said, the only reason he did this was because of the Jax. Because he was scared of the matchup, and he was scared of probably who's an actual Jax, like a real Jax player on Jax. This flank is pretty gross. This ward is actually disgusting by LNG to get that flank. Oh. Jax knew what was coming and decided, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, to answer your question, I would never give anybody credit enough to go Grasp in solo queue. The thing is, this is what I said in Twitter, is like, I'm not a competitive coach. So like, I'm not a competitive player in the sense that I play like 5v5s with like good teams and like try to be a pro. So I'm never going to judge these guys for doing unorthodox builds and play styles because they respect their opponents, because it's been proven time and time again at Worlds, the way to win Worlds and to have a good run at Worlds is to respect your opponents a lot of the time. This is why like last Worlds stuff like you know, Ornn top, for example, wasn't regarded as some like giga broken solo queue pick anymore, but people started picking it at Worlds last year, and then everybody was seeing success with it. And like other picks that were a little bit more like selfish weren't having great results. It's the same reason. It's the same way I feel about Tryndamere. Is like, why would I bet on this Tryndamere mid shit working a good chunk of the time when I know from experience that Tryndamere mid is never that great. Like, it's never that great versus real laners and real teams that are like briefed up on how to play against it. I think it's probably too strong in solo queue, but I still don't think it makes it good in competitive. Oof. All right, here's our Aurelia's got the level lead, pushing hard on the wave. We're going for another objective. Honestly, in the first 15 minutes, it doesn't even look, it actually feels like it's holding up, right? It feels like it's doing okay. Like there's nothing terribly wrong with it right now. Like he's got fucking brilliant farm. He's getting his items. He's scaling up. They're getting objectives. This is kind of my fear of the matchup. The Gragas matchup is that Tryndamere is kind of allowed to just chill with him and then have more, like in solo queue. That's why I was like, I don't like the Gragas pick, because in solo queue it's like, yeah, you played a tank, but like, who cares, right? If your team blows. But here it's like his teammates don't blow and they actually have a comp to deal with Tryndamere later. But like in solo queue, you know, just being Tryndamere and having your farm and having your items on time normally gives you a lot of power in the game. So Tryndamere on the side lane, he's up top. He's pushing. Gragas going to top to hold. Jax is just going to keep being Jax and pushing down bot lane. Yeah, the one thing about this is that, like, I don't really believe that Gragas will have any problem containing Tryndamere as the game goes along either. It's so easy for Tryndamere to just get CC locked. And Tryndamere's just kind of inhaling all the camps on the side. So right now, let's pause. All right, so Chovy has his Tryndamere. 214 farm, level 13. Grass, Ghost Flash up. Deft got caught a couple times down low. He's farmed pretty big, the Tryndamere. Supposedly Tryndamere is a S tier pick right now. So we're in a position to play the game. Kiana flashes in, misses the R. Tryndamere right back to work up top. I mean, how can you hate on these pros though? Like, really? Like, look at his farm, dude. 227 farm at 20 minutes. Even if Grasp isn't the perfect choice in this situation, because he did bump into the Gragas, literally and figuratively. 227 farm at 20 minutes. Just basically inhaling all the CS and just zoning off of... Just zoning off the next objective before it spawns. And Aurelia's getting caught. All right, Aurelia. Okay. So Aurelia goes down. All right, here's Tryndamere. Let's watch him. All right. So Tryndamere goes. Spins through. Gets body slammed. Fat man contains. He's still running Ghost. Misfortune forced to flash. Gets the kill on Misfortune. Core Drinker. That was a pretty good result for Tryndamere there. I think he played it great. He just ghosts in. He even keeps his flash. He doesn't ooga booga too hard. He just takes a small win, a small victory, respects his opponents, gets out. Keeps flash in a crazy chaotic situation. Watch how he plays it again. Go spin through. Spins through, hits all. Auto. Core Drinker. And then just leaves it. And then pushes immediately. Yeah. I mean, that was a damn good result. I don't think this will be the last we see of Tryndamere after this game. just because it hasn't been proven that he's able to be stopped at the moment. Oh, Tryndamere's running Demolish too. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's a pretty tense game at this point. Dragon's in favor of blue. Everything about this game is still live. So what really decides it? What really decides it? Then you have this. So, okay. So right now at this stage, you're Tryndamere. This is what happens at SOLOQ all the time. Literally, the difference here is the farm. Okay. So you're on Tryndamere. You've got your items. You're big. Now, you've been in this situation many a time in SOLOQ. So now you're huge. You farmed brilliantly. Now it comes to team fight phase. And this is where it starts to fall apart, because in my opinion, if you're not just like near ending the game or like really drilling into inhib soon, you just start losing value. Okay. I've been here so many fucking times with this champion. He just starts feeling crappy. I don't know what it is. He doesn't feel that great. Especially with bruiser builds. So this build, grasp especially, makes it even more bruisier, right? It doesn't feel great. So this is where I would be concerned a little bit. This is where I feel like it gets a little harder. And now you've got this Jax problem that's developing. He's not squished into the ground. It's not easy to kill him or anything. So they just start forcing objective because of that, I suppose. Oh, he's gonna go. Oh, he's gonna dive that. Yeah. So Misfortune gets caught. Misfortune gets caught. Kill goes to Karma. So Misfortune's positioning was very XD there. And she goes Gale Force and still gets caught. Gale Force and Tabbies. So Jax redirects to mid. And they... Okay. All right, wait. All right, this is actually... Oh, God. That is such a good call out by Icon, though. Like, just balls of steel in tourney play to call out that Ezreal like that. You guys see that? Balls of steel to go for that play versus him. Balls of steel to just do a 0 to 100 pick attempt on that Ezreal. He basically just justifies the Gragas pick with that play. I know chat was saying that it was kind of like a def diff there, but I mean, I don't know, getting caught there, that really hurts tempo a lot. You have Soul Point as an option, and Jax is starting to encroach now. He's level 16. Oh wow, he gets that. I think Ezreal just had mind lag, because really when he sees Gragas E forward, he should E backwards in tourney play versus Gragas. Because E can pretty much always mean that he might flash on you. Of course, that's what I'm saying. If Ezreal E's in the middle of that, then Gragas looks like a dipshit. That's why I'm saying balls of steel. Because Gragas could have easily looked like a dipshit in that spot. You E forward to Ezreal E's. And you flash and you look like a dumbass because Ezreal E went up. Def knows this. That's why I say it was balls of steel play to go for it. Just a misplay through and through. If Ezreal didn't have E, then it's a ridiculously mispositioned spot by him. Oh, Jax zones the whole team. Tryndamere goes in. He's backlining. The grasp isn't really too hot at the moment. Very confused. I'm very confused by the Navori. Why are we building Navori at this stage, though? All right, so now you're losing me. Now you're losing me. Chovy, I don't understand you on this one. Why are we building Navori? I am in a firm disagreement with this. I would probably just... I think it's overkill on CDR. So Def makes a play. Tryndamere tries to go to back line. Gets out the last second. Tryndamere, where are you going to go? Are you going to base? Decides to base it. Wave pushing back to blue side. Game's still live. Even here, game's still live. But yeah, okay, wait. No, it really isn't, actually. Because if you see, this is where the all AD shit starts to become really problematic. So Jax has just said, okay, fine. You want to do all AD at Worlds? All right, here we go. I'm gonna play to late. And I'm going to build full tank. Well, not even full tank. I'm going to just build like tankier than usual. And Kiana's got tabbies. They've all got tabbies. It's just, it's ruthlessly efficient. And now it's like, the game's not dead from a score perspective, but it kind of is from just comps. Tryndamere is forced to ult. So Jax zones off the Tryndamere. Tryndamere goes in, ults, gets the ult off in time. Spins out. And then it's a re-engaged, and you were just... Is Jax even low at all? Nope. Nope. Yeah, and that's GG. The comp is just gonna fall apart now. Yeah. I mean, I did say about like 5 to 10 minutes ago, Tryndamere just starts being worthless. And it kind of plays out. It's the same thing as SOLOQ, though. It's the same thing. You're huge. You're not ending the game. You know, it's doesn't feel good. It's the same thing. It happens rarely because normally games don't play slow in SOLOQ, and that's why Tryndamere gets super value. I love Deft here trying to be the man. Well done. He tried to poke him off. He's giga farmed. Yep, he's giga farmed. The Tryndamere is doing a great job. He's just snorting farm around the map. But it's Tryndamere. You know? What the hell are you supposed to do? Look at him. He gets completely zoned off. I'm gonna watch that back for a second. Yeah. Right here. Okay, keep your eye on Tryndamere here, okay? This is how Tryndamere feels. versus like real picks that like just kind of shit on him. He literally can't do anything. Watch. Auto. Pushed into ult. Jax jumps on your head and presses R. There's your health bar gone. And now he's Eing. He's got full HP. Jax has full HP. Tryndamere literally gets his health bar just removed by Jax by one rotation. There's no counterplay. You can't do anything. He just slaps the shit out of you and then ignores you. Doesn't matter how good Tryndamere's prio is. If the game doesn't, if you're not ending the game, champion sucks dicks. It's the same thing that happens versus Camille. It's the same thing that happens versus Fiora. After a certain point, you're just sad. They just have more shit that they can do than you. I do like the idea of pairing a Sejuani with this comp, though. I think it's kind of clever. Look at Kiana. You can't do anything. Yeah, fun. Fun. It's so broken. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. So fun. Kiana's level 16 and she gets to sit right in your jungle, right in front of you, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Now tell me more about how Tryndamere is just this auto win champion. He literally can't even touch this level 16 champion in his jungle. He can't even walk up and hit her. He's not even allowed to. His entire kit is invalidated. He can't even auto. And guess what? If she decides to like full combo him, he has to ult in response. Can't auto Jax either. Can't kill Rakan because he'll just jump away from you. And you can't kill Gragas because same thing. He'll just belly slam you and run away for Steam. Watch. 2 whacks. Okay, Tryndamere, let's go. There's Jax. Good luck at esports. Oh, your whole health bar's gone. Good luck. I love it. Yeah, everybody's having fun except Tryndamere. Exactly. He can't push either. That's the other thing. He can't side lane into the Jax because the Jax can and will just kill him. The Gragas can hold him. He's got a stopwatch and he's got phase rush. It's impossible to kill the Gragas if he knows how to move. It's a little technical to like kite the Tryndamere out, but these guys are good, so they know how to kite him. That's why they're pros. Look at this. All right, here we go. Try to engage on Rakan, jumps away. Jax goes right on top of you, forces ult. Tryndamere Ooga Booga spins. He barely even hurts Jax and has to leave. And Jax just 1v9s. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Jax show, dude. Yeah, I just don't see it. And Chovy, and here's the thing. Chovy hit like every ult on time. He farmed like a machine. He farmed like a computer. He has grasp instead of lethal. Lethal doesn't change anything. Ezreal learned his lesson. Like, what is he supposed to do? I can't even flame Chovy because it's not even really. Look, he ults perfect. He tanks. He absorbs. Autos. Spins out. It was clean. Movement was clean. Autos. Has to spin away because he's scared of the Jax. Nothing he can do. Yep. Nice game. Sejuani tries to wiggle in. No dice. Kite back. Fat man on the approach. Fat man has R. Thinking about E flashing. He's probably going to do it. Doesn't have to. R is Aurelia. There she goes. She fucked. Kiana's being a dick. Oh, what a combo. Oh my god. That was clean. And there you go. It's GG. Things start going south with the Navori buy. I would say so. I didn't quite understand the buy. I don't understand the point. Why do we need this? I guess his logic. Every pro does the same thing. They play like super safe. You know, they don't want to make any mistakes that they would rather you know, itemize in more safe ways than like really aggressive ways. I think I see what he was trying to do. So he's trying to basically make it so he can just auto and spin is what he wants, which he did. But I mean, it doesn't matter what, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the fuck you build. There's nothing you can do against Jax, and there's nothing you can do against Kiana. You can build death caps. It doesn't matter. Nothing changes. They do the same thing they just did there.